Steve McClaren will be committing highway robbery if Jonathan Russell is not called for every future squad that there is this year.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
They got Gunnaz podcast.
If you're new to the channel, this is the Gunnaz podcast, and I am your host, Dicanio, an Arsenal fan that covers everything Reggae Boys and local football. If you find that you enjoy the content that I do here, remember to smash that like button. And also, for the 65% of people who keep watching the videos and are not yet subscribed, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and to join the Gunnaz community. Also, remember, every single video I do on this channel must get to 100 likes. So just go ahead and smash that like button. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about John Russell as he bagged yet another brace for Barnsley from midfield. Also, I'll speak about Tyrese Campbell, who scored the winner for Charlton Athletic over the weekend. And finally, Ronaldo Cifas, who was also on the score sheet into Turkey. So starting off with John Russell as he bagged another 2 goals in Barnsley's 4-1 win over Bolton in League One. That takes his tally to 8 goals and 2 assists in 36 games for Barnsley, having started only 30 of those games. People, what is the most impressive thing about Jonathan Russell is the amount of distance that he covers and the amount of roles he can play in the midfield. People, he has played as a defensive midfielder, a central midfielder, and even an attacking midfielder so far this season, and that shows in his heat map. People, are you seeing this guy's heat map? This is a coach's dream. He stands at 6'4", which makes him a presence in both boxes, attacking and defending set pieces. His ability to score headers and also poachers goals from set pieces for his side, and also for his size, he is very good technically with his feet, and he has an engine on him. Now, I just don't know why he's not a part of our midfield. I don't know why everyone can get a chance and he cannot. People, when all of our midfielders are fit, I think that our best midfield would be Isaac Hayden, Jonathan Russell, and Baker. Hayden in the 6, Baker as a left-footed 8, and Jonathan Russell also as a right-footed 8. Now, that would give the team perfect height, physicality, energy, technical ability, and balance. Then having a man like Ravel on the bench that can come on and pick locks if necessary would be absolutely peak. Casey Palmer is also there if needed. People, again, look at his heat map. With all of this going on, he's also chipping in goals and assists, and he has been doing it all season. If this man is not in every Reggae Boys team going forward, I do not know what else to say. We say we have a midfield problem, but we constantly leave out midfielders that will drastically change what we can do to control games and win matches more comfortably. Now, Steve McClaren, don't make we have to lock you up. Select Jonathan Russell now. Now moving on to Tyrese Tupac Shakur Campbell, who is another player of Jamaican descent. And if you haven't noticed by now, my recent videos have been in the aim to shed light on how poorly run our Reggae Boys team is when it comes to selecting the best players that want to play for Jamaica based on merit. Now, this is a prime example as Tyrese Campbell is 21 years old and he plays for Charlton Athletic as a winger. Now, many of you will come for me for just stating facts. Campbell plays in the same team as Kahim Dixon, right? And is in the first team as a regular starter. And he has 7 goals and 1 assist in 33 starts this season. He has really kicked into gear to this part of the season as well, with 4 goals in his last 3 games for Charlton Athletic. This is a player that plays in the same position again as Terry Dixon and is further in his development, making him a better player at the moment, right? It shows because he is the one being selected over Kahim Dixon. He's the one scoring goals. He's the one that looks more mature, right? So he's also another option that is available that does improve the team. And even though he is 21 years old, he does have 3 senior seasons under his belt already, where he has contributed well. Last season, he scored 4 goals and 7 assists for Charlton. And the season before that, he scored 2 goals and 2 assists in what was his breakthrough season. Again, just I alluded to in previous videos, this is not me calling for the guys to be selected, right, and to start. But one of the major things that we need to do as a footballing nation is to have a pool of players that are readily available and fighting for spots in the team. And we need at least 3 seasoned players in each position fighting for a spot. Now, that will not only force the ones who have the shirt to perform for the country, but also at their clubs. It will create a competitive, hungry working environment for the players. Because a man like Casey Palmer, who has dropped stinker after stinker after stinker for Jamaica, will know that he cannot continue to do that, because he would have 2 other hungry players that are out there performing for their club that want a chance in the national team. These are professional players that should be able to play in majority of the systems due to their footballing background and education. Steve seems to have it put together, right? The system that he wants to play now. So if there are players that are lacking, then they need to be replaced for players that deserve it. As again, Shamar Nicholson is my baller in this national team, but Shamar Nicholson has dropped stinkers in recent time and was replaced by Warner Brown in a crucial game, and Warner Brown stepped up. So that was a perfect example of what I'm talking about. If a player is not performing to the level that we know that he should be performing, he needs to get dropped. And it's not just here. We see it all around the world. People, this is not rocket science. If we have a pool of players and we show the ones that are lapsing, right, that they are indeed replaceable, then if they are true professionals, they would take that on their chin and do better to make sure that they are selected for the next squad or for the next game. Man like Tariq McGee should not be getting another call-up, right? He could have been at Mount Pleasant playing better football, and he chose a team in the relegation zone that are playing crap, and he has not visibly improved. He made his bed, so he should lie in it. We are not a charity organization. Brazil, Spain, Germany, etc. All of these teams have dropped big players because they flopped on the big stages. And those players took it on their chin and improved. And who did not take it up on their chin, right, and has not improved, they will forever be dropped. Case in point, Raheem Sterling. He was once the go-to guy for England, right, in the last Euros. And where is he now? He's nowhere near that England team. So, or do you think England is just going to say, all right, he has done it for us in the past and he's been our go-to guy, so we're just going to keep him despite his lackluster, shitty performances for his club? No, it does not work anywhere like that in world football. US men's national team does not operate like that, right? The Canadian national team does not operate like that, and Mexico does not operate like that. So if we want to be beating these teams, why are we not operating to the standards that these teams are operating, right? That guarantees them the success. And people, if that pressure is too much for a player, then maybe they do not deserve to play for the country. This is a sport of competition for individual places, just as much as it's a sport of playing together to win a game. Not because you win a game means that everyone is undroppable who was in that team. Every other international team understands this, but yet still Jamaica continues to call players that are crap for their clubs and also for the country. This mindset needs to stop. I'm going to name you a list of players, right? Top quality players, by the way, who have been dropped by their country for lackluster performances. You have Anthony Rudiger, Karim Benzema, Muller, Angel Di Maria, Paul Pogba, Mats Hummels, Memphis Depay, Thiago Silva, Gabriel Jesus, Dani Alves, Firmino, and even Oscar, right, was dropped years ago and has recently made it back into Brazil's provisional squad at the age of 33. These are all top players that have been dropped from teams because they were piss poor and were replaced by younger players and informed players. And instead of feeling sorry for themselves, they improved and got their spot back. Now, this is how top countries run their football. And if accepting mediocre performances from top players was how football was supposed to be run, and that if that is how Jamaica wants to continue running this football, then we will forever be shit. So the last player on my list to cover is Ronaldo Cifas, as he scored yet another goal for his club in a 2-2 draw, which takes him to 7 goals and 4 assists this season and makes it 2 goals and 2 assists in his last 6 starts for club and country. So it's very good to see that he is in form, and hopefully he can continue throughout the rest of the season injury-free. That is it for this video, folks. Thank you guys for watching. Share your thoughts below in the comment section. And yeah, just let me know what you think of my different topics and thoughts. Share your thoughts below in the comment section. Comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Jamaica have a lifeline. How about this?
They got Gunnaz podcast.